suppose first I intended to be a teacher, but somewhere about 5 or 6 years old, I decided to be a lawyer. Well, if I really went back, before being a teacher, I was going to be President of the United States. And don't count me out yet.
Shirley's path to the potential presidency brought her to Indiana University's law school in September of 1953.
I think there are two things I recollect about her. First, she was a female. There were very few female law students then. I only remember 2. There may have been more. One of them was Shirley, and the other was a woman who dropped out of law school.
I didn't expect a lot of women, and the men in the class treated me well, and we all got along fine and worked together.
I remember very well the reaction of other law school students to Shirley's performance. We all stood in awe of her ability to recite cases, to make arguments.
It was my understanding from the gossip in the law school that the students who finished top of the class, first, second, and third, thereabouts, would automatically get an offer from the leading large Indianapolis law firms. And the dean did not dispute that, but he did not think they would hire a woman.
But in spite of the perceived risk, Shirley was eventually hired by a law firm in Madison, Wisconsin.
I think it was a risk. I think that there were very few women in the law practice, and they were viewed as taking a risk and somewhat subject to a little humor and maybe ridicule.
But obviously they recognized talent when they saw it, and it's to be their credit, the law firm, that they accepted her, number one, as a partner in the law firm, and number two, promoted her to that position rather quickly.
While continuing to work at the law firm, Shirley also held a faculty position at the University of Wisconsin Law School. But her law career changed paths in 1976 when she became an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of Wisconsin.
The fact that it was a woman was a significant historical event. And it was a significant historical event not only for women, but for men. And when I was sworn in in the assembly chambers, and it was a packed, full house. And I think that was very important, and very important to me personally.
Justice Abrahamson's role was altered again in 1996 when she was sworn in as the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Wisconsin.
When you join the Supreme Court, particularly in an elected state, right, your job future depends exclusively on essentially being there for your electorate. And so there's a natural tendency on the part of some to become kind of parochial, to basically serve your state constituency, if you want to call it that, and otherwise not have an impact outside of the state. And what Chief Justice Abrahamson has done successfully is to reach out and be part of a national conversation on a whole range of issues concerning the way justice is administered in the United States, so that she's become part of bar and bench activities everywhere.
She also was considered, I know, very seriously for a position on the United States Supreme Court a few years back. She was one of the leading female judges in the country by any measure, and so she got very serious consideration.
She has this weird combination of being tough as nails and being a gentle, loving, kind, decent person. And we have way too few of those in American life.
At every step along the way, she has distinguished herself as an outstanding performer. And the Indiana University can take great pride in the fact that she graduated from the Indiana University School of Law and has been a trailblazer all the way, has reflected great credit on this university and its law school.
Chief Justice Abrahamson is uncomfortable with being called a trailblazer, but understands why she is often given that label.
I was there at the right time, and I was in the right place. It It was before many women went to law school, and so there were opportunities, and there was a trail that could be walked. But you know, there have been many women over many generations who blazed that trail so that I could walk on it.